we're going to get blindsided by something if we're not careful. And I thought, Somebody ought to look into this." And I thought, I'm going to start looking into this UFO business. But I'm thinking about it and I thought, I mean, it's either nonsense and the people who are in charge of our nuclear missiles are people we shouldn't be trusting with anything, or this is actually real, which makes more sense considering the amount of time that's involved, a 20-year time span. And nobody's reacting to it, maybe because they all think it's nonsense. And I thought, this is extremely dangerous. We're going to get blindsided by something if we're not careful. And I thought, somebody ought to look into this. And I thought, I'm going to start looking into this UFO business. What is here? How real is this? How possible is this? And so that's when I started looking into it. And I had actually given a talk in our department like a year later. After I had looked into it somewhat, I thought, this is actually really interesting. So I gave a talk in our physics department about it, just an informal talk, and the room was packed. I mean, I don't know how many people can actually sit in that room, but it was well over the fire limit, right? I mean, we had people sitting cross-legged right up to the front screen. And the talk went on. There were so many questions. The talk went for almost 3 hours. And most people just stayed for it because everybody was really interested. And I thought, yeah, see, this is interesting. I mean, this is an interesting problem here. And it's not that simple. And then, of course, a year after that, the New York Times article comes out. And I thought, well, somebody ought to study this. And I thought, well, shoot, you just do it.
Yeah.
I should do it.
And the nuclear link, I could see that being the perfect gateway for rigorous scientists like yourself, because I think science in the conventional sense has to be repeatable.